Valentine's Day got you down? Well, this is the Valentine's Day Survival Guide. So stay tuned because we're going to help you get through Valentine's Day and maybe even enjoy it. Hi, I'm Mary Dittman. I'm an award-winning business professor on the collegiate level and the creator of College on Fleek and One-Derful Life. One-Derful Life is my way of describing how it feels when you've made peace with being single. It's not about being happy because you're single. It's about being happy while you're single. I know a lot of women say, "Oh, I don't want a relationship. I'm fine by myself," but I've never felt that way. I've always wanted to be married and have a family, but I'm well over 40 and that hasn't happened for me. And that for a long time was a real source of sorrow and sadness for me because my definition of a fulfilling, complete life includes being a wife and a mother. But more than anything, I just wanted to be happy. And I finally got to the point in my singleness where I said, even if I never have that relationship I want, I just want to be happy and have peace in my life. And that's what One-Derful Life is about. It's a way for me to share with you some of the things that I've learned because I've been able to create a life where I'm happy while I'm single, even though I'm not happy because I'm single. I would prefer to be in a relationship. And I hope that this will help you in your journey of singleness. And hopefully it'll change too, and you won't be single too much longer. All right, let's get into the Valentine's Day Survival Guide. I know we are grown adults and we should not be upset about Valentine's Day, but I think for a lot of us, Valentine's Day is a trigger and it's a reminder that you're single, and especially at work, a lot of your coworkers might be getting flowers or presents delivered, and it can just be a really painful reminder of what you don't have. So I'm going to share with you some do's and don'ts for Valentine's Day to help you get through that day and even enjoy it. Now, I put together the Single Gal's Ultimate Valentine's Day Survival Guide, and the link is right here, so you can get that. It's free of charge, and you'll have access to it anytime that you want. So here we go, do's and don'ts. Do keep Valentine's Day in perspective. Look, Valentine's Day is what I call a Hallmark holiday. It's a made-up, manufactured holiday. Now, I know that in the Roman Catholic calendar, different saints have different days, but let's be honest. Ain't nobody going to church on Valentine's Day unless it's a Sunday. So we've really turned Valentine's Day into this completely manufactured, made-up day. Why? Well, I'm a trained marketing expert, and the only reason why is because this is a major revenue generator for a lot of businesses. Card companies, florists, jewelers, candy manufacturers. Valentine's Day is one of the top grossing revenue days for these types of businesses. And then you start to look at restaurants or coffee shops, anything like that. Listen, Valentine's Day is how they make money. And the fact that we get so plugged into Valentine's Day and that it really can bother us is really just a testament to the power of marketing. So for me personally, what I like to see on Valentine's Day, I love to see people getting flowers and gifts and going places. And the reason for that is it tells me that people are spending and the marketing is working. And remember, nothing happens in our economy until somebody buys something. So when people are out there buying gifts, it's actually really great for all of us. Don't tell everybody how much you hate Valentine's Day or how much you don't care about Valentine's Day. Because if you don't care about it, you would not be talking about it. And just take Valentine's Day for what it is. It's a made-up holiday. You don't get upset about Groundhog Day, do you? Well, maybe when Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow and we're in for 6 more weeks of winter, I get upset about that. And don't get on your social media and talk about how Valentine's Day is stupid. Grow up. You're an adult. If you have those feelings about Valentine's Day, it's fine. but keep them to yourself. You don't have to make a big deal about it. Do buy yourself a gift. One year at Valentine's Day, my boyfriend and I broke up like maybe the week before Valentine's Day, and I was in the mall, and of course everything is about buy Valentines. And I was feeling very sorry for myself, like, oh, I won't get anything this year, and I don't have a Valentine to buy anything for. And then I realized, wait a minute, and I can't remember what my budget was, if I had said I'm gonna spend $50 on him or 75, I can't remember. But whatever that amount was, I remember I was walking down the mall and I said, I'm gonna buy myself something. And I don't mean like you need a new toaster oven, so you get that. I'm talking about what Mary Kay Ash used to call a Cinderella gift. Something that is beautiful and you want it. It's not practical. Now, obviously you want to pay attention to your budget. I don't recommend that you buy things you can't afford. But this was $75 that I was gonna spend on him, so I went and spent it on myself. And I was so excited. I bought myself, I can't remember now what I bought, but I bought myself a gift that I really enjoyed. And that was a lot of fun for me. Do send yourself flowers. If it's important to you to receive flowers on Valentine's Day, or if you feel left out because everyone at your office is receiving a bouquet and you're not, order yourself some flowers. Today with the internet, you can go online, you can order yourself some flowers, you can type up a little card just says thinking about you or have a great day, beautiful. You don't have to sign it. Nobody's going to see the billing information. That goes right to your credit card. That's all secure. And so you could receive flowers at your office or your house, wherever you want to, and they'll be beautiful and they'll have a nice card on them, and you can display them and everyone will think that you received flowers. And then if they ask you who are those from, you could just say, I guess they're from my Valentine. And you can leave it at that. Now, if you feel weird sending yourself flowers, get with one of your single girlfriends and the two of you send each other flowers. And like I said, don't sign the card, love Mary. You could just say, love your Valentine. Don't wear all black. Now, the exception to this is if you're wearing a little black dress because you're on a date. But if that's the case, you probably don't need this. I mean, you don't have to wear pink or red or frilly hearts or anything like that, but don't mope around in all black looking like a goth. Unless you're legitimately a goth and you do that 365 days a year, in which case, respect. Don't have an anti-Valentine Day party. This is also known as a pity party if there's only one person on your guest list, and that's you. Grow up. Do bless someone else. There are a lot of lonely, hurting people out there. And if you don't know any, then contact an assisted living facility or a nursing home where you live or a children's hospital. And I promise you, there are people all around you who are lonely and would love to have someone make them feel special. Have a party for your single friends, not an anti-Valentine Day party. I think I just covered that. In the past, I've had dinner parties where I'll invite only my single friends who are not dating anyone. I've had cocktail parties where I invite, again, singles who are not part of a couple. Some years I've baked cookies and taken Valentines to my single friends, again, who are not part of a couple. I don't tell them I'm going to do it. It's just a surprise. Sometimes I'll deliver to their work or their home, wherever I think is appropriate. You could mail Valentines to your friends, and you might be sitting there saying, well, what about me? No one's going to do anything for me. But I can tell you from experience that when you do these things for other people, you're doing it for yourself. Because the way that you're going to feel when you have surprised your friends and you have blessed the people around you, you are going to feel all the love. And that's really what we want on Valentine's Day. We're usually sad because we don't feel loved, but when you go out and you bless other people, you feel all that love. Do something to make your day better, and whatever that would be for you. Maybe that's taking a day off and going to the movie or taking a bubble bath, get a massage, go get a cupcake, go to a new yoga class or a fitness class at your gym. get a manicure, get a pedicure. Depending on your job, if seeing everyone around you on Valentine's Day, if that's really a trigger for you, maybe you can take the day off and go do some fun things for yourself. Now, I'll tell you, for me, one of my don'ts, and this may not apply to you, but I live in a very small southern town. So Valentine's Day, I'd like to suggest, is probably the biggest date night of the year, because New Year's Eve, you could be out with your friends. For me, because I live in a small town, I don't like to go out on Valentine's Day evening. Like, I don't like to go out by myself, or I don't like to go out with my girlfriends and have like a Galentine's Day. If I'm going to do that, I do it at home. And that's just because in the small town where I live, it feels uncomfortable to me that pretty much any restaurant I go to, it's going to be couples and Valentine's Day, and that's just going to make me feel some kind of way. So I don't want to do that to myself. That may not be an issue for you, or you might live in a larger city where everybody's out on Valentine's, and maybe it's a great time to even meet other singles or single men. The place where I live, that's not the case. So that's just my preference. When my girlfriends say, hey, do you want to grab dinner on, February 14th, I'll usually say, you know what, let's get takeout and eat it at your place or my place, or let's do it another night, just because I don't really want to be out and about advertising that, hey, I don't have a date. And listen, here's the deal. Valentine's Day is part of this gigantic marketing machine. There's a lot of money behind Valentine's Day. Again, geared to get us to buy things. I was at my neighborhood grocery store the other day. Every week I buy fresh flowers to keep in my home and in my office. And I was out just to buy my weekly bouquet of flowers. They had literally doubled the price of all the flowers, not just roses. All of the flowers had gone up in price ×2. So this is a major revenue generator. But remember, Valentine's Day only has the power that you give it. And so if you focus on, it's just a reminder that I don't have somebody, or, oh, everyone has someone but I don't. If you're going to stay there, yeah, you're going to be miserable during the day. But you might talk to some of your married girlfriends as well, because I can promise you the majority of them don't love Valentine's Day, because either they've been married for a while and they kind of look at each other and go, whatever, or they're just so busy getting the kids Valentines for all their classmates. I've had several of my married girlfriends that their husband will forget it's Valentine's Day, or won't really do anything, or the wife will have to kind of nag him about, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, or she'll have to make arrangements for let's go out to dinner, and maybe he doesn't care about flowers. One of my girlfriends one year was irritated because her husband didn't send her flowers at work, and instead he stopped by the grocery store on the way home and got kind of a cheap bouquet and just like handed it to her when he walked in the door. Now, to a single woman, we might say like, oh, it's just so sweet that he even brought you flowers. But she did not think that was sweet. She was really irritated. And if you've ever been in a relationship on Valentine's Day and your beloved either forgot or ignored it, or kind of gave you the, what's the big deal, it's stupid, that's really hurtful. So there are worse things than being single on Valentine's Day. And like I said, if you make it a point to make other people's day really special, it will be special for you. Now, like I said, you might want to get the Single Gal's Ultimate Valentine's Day Survival Guide. That's free for you. You can always check out our blog at wonderfullife.com. We post a new blog every Friday. You can join our mailing list. And always, we'd love to hear from you. Wonderful Life is a dialogue, not a monologue. So leave something in the comments. Let us know what you're struggling with or what you would like to hear more about. And as always, you can connect with us at wonderfullife.com.